Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
So, are you not sure how to work with different types of people that come into your business, team members, customers? Tonight, we're going to share 8 tips working with 2 very different kinds of people and how that can make you a more effective leader. Welcome.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us. We are
Yeah.
David and Debbie Dunford.
Hello.
Hope you're having an awesome Monday. Great start
Yes.
of your week. So, we're going to just dive right in with a story here, and it actually relates to the two of us and our marriage. So, this is
Yep,
going to
here we
reveal
go.
a little bit about us. Hey Tim, thanks for hopping on.
Hey.
So when we, as we have gone through our marriage, there has been kind of this interesting situation where I want to do things together and talk and do all that, and it's not that she doesn't, but like we get to the end of the day and I'm ready to have a conversation with her, and she's ready to just like get something on her phone and
Read a book.
read a
watch
book,
Show.
just kind of do something by herself, right? So what we later have come to understand is that I'm an extrovert and she's an introvert.
Yes, very much so.
And understanding the difference between extrovert and introvert has really helped us in how we understand each other and interact with each other.
Getting vulnerable.
Yeah, getting vulnerable.
Yep, absolutely.
That's the way to do it.
That's what we've got to get it. What we've got to do. Yep.
That's right.
So put introvert in the comments if you believe you're an introvert, and extrovert in the comments if you feel like you are an extrovert. Okay?
We're gonna talk about what it actually
Yeah.
means to be an extrovert and what it actually means to be an introvert, because it might be different than what you've grown up thinking.
Yeah, it was very different than what I thought it was. Very different. I mean, it still had something to do with it, but I was surprised. So, let's talk about being an introvert. So being an introvert means it's really all about how you recharge. Tim, it feels like he's an introvert. Okay, so it's all about how you recharge. So at the end of the day, think about when you're in a crowd of people. Are you getting your recharge by being in that crowd of people? Or is it once you go home and you get to just be by yourself for a minute in your quiet house and that recharges you? Okay, that's really the biggest difference between the two. And so for me, that understanding that the introvert is in me is needing that time by myself to recharge. Being with people, I love being with people, but it takes my energy. It doesn't recharge me.
So if you understand that about your customers, where they're coming from, whether they're an extrovert or introvert, like for me, I'm an extrovert. So I recharge by doing things with Debbie, talking to Debbie. I enjoy being with other people, and that's how I recharge. So if I expect everyone else to be like that too, then I'm probably going to have problems in my business, right?
Right, absolutely.
So like with Debbie, I would like, hey, why don't you want to, it's late at night. Why don't you want to talk to me? Let's talk. Why are you doing that instead? But it's not, it doesn't have anything to do with her not wanting to talk to me, because of course we talk a lot. It's just when she gets to the end of the day and she needs to, recharge, she does that by doing something by herself. Yeah.
Something by myself. So for your team members and how do you want to help them if they're an introvert? So here's I'm going to go into the 4 different things for being an introvert that you can help. Understanding this about those introverts will help you be a better and more effective leader. So giving them time to make decisions is the first thing, okay? You want to give introverts time to make decisions. They need that space. They need the patience. They're thinkers, okay?
Patience is a big deal when you're dealing with introverts.
Yeah. Second thing is respect their private nature, because they're going to be a little more inside themselves. And it's interesting as I was putting this together and reading through these things, I thought, well, some of these things, I'm not totally introverted in that regard, but the main thing, how I recharge, definitely introvert in that way. But introverts may not be able to do their best work when they're surrounded by a lot of people, okay? So which is great for being home business owners. You generally get to be, you're not around a huge crowd, okay? You're not involved with a lot of different people in your house when you're doing your business usually. So maybe you need to go off in your own room, or have a separate space, and you can recommend that to your team and say, hey, if you need your time alone, your space to yourself, then that could be more helpful for you.
So you want to respect their private nature, right?
Yeah.
You understand that that's where they're coming from. You're not encroaching on that too often or too much. You're respecting that and understand that they have a private nature.
Yeah, they also really want to be listened to, okay? And most people do, but they carefully listen to those introverts and make sure they feel like they're being heard, okay? That's the third thing. And the fourth thing is help them learn at their own pace, because they might need a little bit of extra time, a little bit of extra space to think through it all, to really let it soak in. So they're going to need a little bit of extra time. So you want to be able to give them that extra time and allow them that, and allow them those ideas to help them work on their own and things like that. So those are the main things with being an introvert. Now, put a thumbs up emoji if you are getting this so far, if you're with me, if you're understanding the aspects of an introvert. And then we'll go ahead and do extrovert.
Yeah, extrovert. So this is where I'm coming from. And the first thing that you can do if your customers, if your team members are extroverts, let them dive right in, right? They're ready to take on the world. They're ready to build their business in one day, right? And they may go a little over the top sometimes. I mean, I don't know anything about that, Debbie, right? But no comment. So they may go a little over the top sometimes, but they're going to give you lots of ideas. Some of them are going to be good, some of them are going to be bad. But if you just let them spout off their ideas, let them brainstorm. And this has been applicable in our marriage.
That's good
because sometimes, like, we're trying to work through something, and I'm like, okay, I'm just offering all these ideas, and she's like, what? Like, if there's one that isn't super feasible, from where I'm coming from, it's like I'm just listing off anything that comes to my head type thing. And she's like, no, that doesn't make sense, because an introvert is going to be more careful about, they're going to think about the problem, they're going to kind of approach and really only consider the ones that are the best options, right? Yeah. So if you understand that about your team members, then you're going to be able to, kind of let them just spout off those ideas and be patient with them going overboard sometimes, because when you let them do that and you kind of take it in as a whole, it's going to give you some I mean, at least some of those ideas are going to be good, and it's allowing them to do how they can contribute and how they can be effective. Absolutely. So you want to listen to those ideas that they have, and you want to encourage their enthusiasm. So that's a big deal, because if you pop the balloon, and this happened recently with us too. It's amazing how well this live applies
this stuff is actually like, this goes right along.
If you want to share this with like a marriage website or people that your married friends, please do that, because this has been really helpful for us to understand this about ourselves and about our marriage. Because like recently, I had this great idea. We're going to get another foreign exchange. Idea. Oh, it was, yeah, just period. Great idea, period.
Here's the difference.
So we're going to get another foreign exchange student, at least we've applied to, from Italy in the fall, well, August. And so along with that, I wanted to learn Italian, and Debbie's like, what? Like, why would you be taking on this project right now? Yeah, and
you've got a lot going on.
Anyway, so I mean, I found a way to kind of fit it in when I have time. But in any case, the point is that like, she popped my bubble, right? And for an extrovert, if you can just allow them to just kind of live in the bubble a little bit, that can be helpful for them. Mm-hmm. It's not that you can't encourage them, suggest ideas, maybe change their course as needed, but you just have to understand that they have more of this, enthusiasm in this bubble that you just want to be a little bit careful about popping.
Yeah. Don't pop it. Not a good idea.
So, yeah. So Tim says, awesome, go get some, David. See? He's encouraging me on. He's encouraging my enthusiasm. That's
good.
Great.
You're not popping his bubble.
That's great.
You're blowing up the bubble.
hopefully this has been helpful for you to understand a little bit more about the kind of customers, the kind of team members that you are dealing with. If you have this understanding and this thought of where they're coming from, you know better how to lead them, how to interact with them, and it can improve your relationship with them. And as relationships improve, then your business improves.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim says, I'll inflate that bubble. Yep.
That's right, man.
Inflate that bubble.
Not to be confused with ego.
Yeah.
We're talking about enthusiasm bubble.
Right. Enthusiasm bubble, not ego. So if you are understanding the difference between introvert and extrovert, just put real quick in the comments, introvert, and like one word or phrase that that describes it, that kind of sums it up for you, what an introvert is. And then also you can put in the comments extrovert and one word or phrase that you feel sums up what an extrovert is. Okay, so again, it's that recharging. And we've given tips for how to be more effective as a leader to these two very different types of people.
Right.
Because it does make a difference. You know, my upline is very much an extrovert, and when she's suggested things for me to do, it's my introvert nature is like, no, that's not how I would handle it. And but I see her extroverted nature very much so. And in a way, not consciously, but in a way, she's not allowing for that introvert in me and possible other introverts to be able to just be and think through things and be able to process, you know, those kinds of things.
And so, thrive, you know.
Yeah,
if you understand the difference and can interact with that person in the appropriate way, then you're allowing them to thrive.
Yeah, and so that's kind of where there's been a little bit of a disconnect with me and her. And so it's just very, very helpful to understand, because understanding those differences can make things go a lot further. Okay, so Tim, yes, thank you so much. Introvert recharges alone, extrovert recharges around others. Yep, awesome. Thank you for that summary.
Yeah.
So
well done.
Yes, awesome. So we did not ask you to tell us where you're coming in from at the beginning. So thank you so much for watching, and go ahead and tell who you are, where you've been watching from. We'd love to say hi to you. And I'm trying to look real quick to see. I wanted to go over real quick also the watch it and win it. Okay, so maybe you've seen. Drop a 2 in the comments if you have seen our posts or whatnot, gotten an email about our watch it and win it
down the street.
Yeah, awesome, dude. So if you have seen the watch it and win it post or whatnot, put a 2 in the comments. I'd like to just see who's been able to see that that's happening and starting today.
It's like when you buy something and they ask you, you know, how did you find out about our product? Right?
Yeah, there you go.
They're trying to figure out what advertising method is working.
Okay, awesome. So what you are doing, like Tim and Becky, they are getting their names into that drawing by all the comments they're making. So again, it's if you comment or tag
Thanks for
people,
joining us, Becky.
Yeah, thank you so much. Comment or tag people on the live video or on the replay for this live, and there's 2 more this week and 3 next week, and then we'll announce the winners on April 22nd on that Monday's live. So,
oh yeah,
so excited.
Okay, all right, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, Becky's an introvert too. See, we're right on.
I'm the only one in this group that, at least the ones that have been commenting.
Yep.
If you're an extrovert, please comment so I don't feel alone.
David needs to have a buddy there. Okay,
we can have a party because we're all extroverts.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So if you got some value from this, thank you. Put #value in the comments, and make sure that you join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6:40 Mountain Daylight Time. I changed it, and I'll tell you why. Mountain Daylight Time, so you can expect more and soar in your life and in your business. Have a great one.
All right, take care.